Hey guys, what's up? We are That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we just got back from seeing Halloween Ends.
Oh, damn.
And we want to talk all about it with you guys.
We definitely do. Do.
And just so you guys know, this will be a spoiler review. So if you have not seen Halloween Ends, do not go any further unless you want it spoiled.
Dude, I'm psyched, man.
We're so excited to talk
all
about
us
it.
Halloween nerds, we were reading rumors, we were Googling stuff, we were like seeing like, who's this Corey guy? What's this all about? And all I really wanted to see was the final battle between Michael and Laurie.
Yes.
I mean, like, we got it, but in a way I didn't see coming.
Yes.
Like, we got the scenic route, the shortcut way. They totally flipped the script on me, for sure.
Sure.
It's kind of like when you're expecting a hand job and you're like, but you're not disappointed because this movie's kind of like a reach around. It's a reach around.
Oh my god. Let's talk about it.
You're still getting jacked. Don't worry.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax in this final installment of this trilogy. Directed by David Gordon Green, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Kyle Richards, Andy Matichak, Will Patton, and Rohan Campbell. To kick off our likes of the film, I have to say, I was really into Corey's character, Rohan Campbell's character. I thought, at first when we heard the rumors, I was like, what is this going to be? Like, what is this person going to be like in this movie? They're saying he's a big part of it. Wow. Like, he did an amazing job.
Especially considering what trilogy this was with classic characters from 78, all these classic characters. I'm like, they're going to bring in somebody new? And I didn't know what to think about that at first. And I was like, I don't know how to feel about that. But the way they did it was like very well. They did it well, where it was like it told a great story and it gave us like a side story on top of like the classic characters, which I liked. And this actor totally nailed it. He was a great character.
No, he was awesome. I loved how his whole storyline unfolded, where the movie opens up and he's babysitting. Like I said, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Maybe you can use that graphic I made.
I will.
You can finally use it.
Yeah.
I make these graphics and she doesn't use it when she's editing, so maybe you can just use it now.
I will. Spoiler alert. Anyway, so he's babysitting on, it says Halloween night 2019, and this character of Corey is babysitting this little boy, Jeremy. And you think, the way it starts out, you're like, oh my god, Michael's going to come in and like kill, the little boy or something. And that's how Corey plays into this. No, Corey accidentally kills the little boy himself. And he's like, it cuts to years later, and he's like walking around with all this guilt, and everybody hates him. Like, he got off because it was an accident, but still.
Even the way they brought in Corey, to me, it was a subtle shout out to 78 with the whole babysitting thing.
Yeah.
I mean, what was Laurie Strode? She was a babysitter. This whole thing is like and it was on Halloween night, so of course we saw decorations, like the parents of the kid were leaving
to a Halloween party.
All dressed up. Yeah, so the whole thing tied in well, and it kind of reminded me of like Laurie Strode's old job being a babysitter.
Yeah, babysitting Tommy Doyle. So that part, that really threw us a curveball with this character and this like storyline with him. And we spend, a good portion of the movie getting to know this character and what he's going through, and we see him slowly change as the trauma and the bad things that have happened to him like eat him up inside until it just infects him.
And another like for me would have to be, it shows the aftermath of Halloween Kills and what the whole incident did to this town and how the whole town is dealing with this. And it shows like some people are like committing suicide. We saw some woman like hanging from her house. Other people, and it seems like the whole town is like treating like Laurie and her family like outcasts.
Yeah, like a pariah.
And after this babysitting accident happened with Corey, they're treating Corey like the new town psycho. So Corey's an outcast too, which totally brought in a cool storyline between Andy Matichak's character,
Allison,
and Corey's character, and it was a sweet ass love story.
I know. They actually, Laurie actually sticks up for Corey when he's getting bullied, and she's like, she brings him into the hospital where Allison works, and they meet, and Allison is just like into him, like first meeting. She's like, okay.
At first she was like kind of antisocial because of the events of like Halloween Kills, but like I like how Jamie Lee, Laurie Strode, was trying to hook her up. The grandma's like, hey, he's cute, you know, why don't you get together with him? I think he's cute, and and of course, Jamie Lee Curtis, she's a badass in this, and she's not taking shit. She's known as the town psycho, but you know, when people give her shit or give Corey shit, she's slashing tires.
Yeah, you go.
She's don't fuck with her.
Yeah. It seems in this movie that she's more of a healed version of herself, but that badass is just stuck right under the surface. So when she needs to pull it out, it's ready to go.
Another like for me was like how that they explained where Michael was this whole time, how he's injured from the previous events, and how he kind of needed to get his energy back or his evil back or whatever motivates him. So he kind of like used Corey in a way. And that's what this whole storyline's about. Corey was getting shit from the whole town, pushed around, and eventually he kind of like installed the evil into Corey.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave Corey the darkest eyes.
Yeah.
The blackest eyes.
Yeah, it seems
Evil.
it seems like he was infected by an evil force, just like I guess Loomis was talking about, like with Michael.
It was very like Jamie Lloyd in part 4, at the end of part 4, or kind of like Loomis at the end of part 6 when he's like, no!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
You know, like the producers cut him.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what I like, is like the final installment of this trilogy kind of gave an explanation or a method to Michael's madness.
Yeah, that says that there's evil inside of every one of us, and what you do with the trauma each person goes through, like that's up to you what you do. You can either let it infect you, or you can either rise above it. Corey, unfortunately, let it infect him.
Yeah, and the way Jamie was dealing with it was she was writing a book about her whole experience and how she dealt with it.
Yeah.
And there's subtle like callbacks to 1978. Did you notice when she referred to Michael Myers as it rather than him?
Yes.
And that goes back to, if you recall, Nurse Marion and Loomis, she's like, don't you think you can call it him?
Yeah.
He goes, if you must.
I remember that.
I was like, that is so Loomis. There's certain callbacks. Almost to me, like Laurie Strode, with everything she's been through, she understands what Loomis understands now.
Yeah.
She understands that you're not dealing with just a man, you're dealing with like just
pure
evil.
The embodiment of evil, yes.
Purely and simply
evil.
And when it was infecting Corey, I did like when like Corey was, she saw it in Corey. She saw, like there were clips of her looking out the window, seeing like Corey the way she saw Michael in 78. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Or like she said she saw it in his eyes.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah.
No, I loved Jamie Lee in this. She nailed it. She hit it out of the park as Laurie Strode, as always. She was so amazing. I loved Andi Matichak. I thought she did a great job. And Rowan Campbell was amazing as the new character of Corey. I thought they did a great job. I also liked getting to see Hawkins again. He was in this. He's been in it since Halloween 2018.
Oh, he still has the hots for,
Miss
Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
He's like, Ben Tramer didn't close the deal.
Yeah, so here I come.
He went out drinking with Mike Godfrey and got hit by a car.
Yeah.
So. He got to catch her on the rebound, 40 years later.
We also got some Lindsay Wallace in this. We had a few scenes with her, Kyle Richards, so it was awesome to see her character back. Like, she was all gothed out on Halloween, like bartending at that bar that Allison took Corey to for a Halloween party, so that was really cool.
Yeah, another thing I liked though is like it showed like Corey's point of view, which when the evil was in Corey, it showed he was hallucinating, seeing Laurie Strode having conversations with people that weren't there. Kind of like it kind of gave us like a point of view of Michael almost, if we're gonna see what Michael's going through, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. I thought they did that part really well.
And then finally, when Michael gets enough power to start moving again and start going again, I thought the kills were pretty freaking dope, Mr. Christopher
Nelson. They were so awesome. I loved every kill in this movie, all the gore, the practical effects they used. It was just they nailed it. It was awesome.
Good gore, man. And some of the kills Corey did, and definitely some Michael Myers style kills. At first, he was luring people back to Michael, because Michael was like in the sewers, like
he couldn't get out. He's like powerless.
He was like in the sewers, like Ninja Turtle style, right?
Like Michelangelo.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtle Power.
And we also got to see our favorite male girl in this movie made a cameo, Darcy from The Last Drive-In.
Dude, I almost jumped out of my seat.
I know, we were like, look, it's Darcy.
I was like, yo, that's my horror homie right there.
Yes, we were so excited. We love getting to see you in the film, Darcy. You were awesome.
We tweet and watch AEW together, and she's awesome. And I love her as a male girl, love her as a friend, and awesome seeing you in this one.
Yes.
By the way, that kill at the radio station was cool with the
that was cool, yeah.
the tongue on the record thing.
Yeah, that was pretty gory and cool. I think Art the Clown would be proud.
Yes, but seriously, just check out this film to see Darcy, because she rocks. And then eventually, we do finally see, like, the final showdown between, like, Laurie battling evil once again. And, you know, there were times when, like, you know, I personally thought this is it for Laurie Strode. The character's gonna die. It'll be a good ending to the story. But as I was watching it, dude, I changed what I wanted to happen. I'm like, don't kill her.
Yeah, I was getting emotional. I was like about to cry. I was like, please.
There was one point in this when it was hinted that she was about to commit suicide, and it was like you were led to believe that, and I was like, no, don't.
I know.
And and it turned out to be like she was just fucking setting up Michael,
Corey and Michael.
Yeah, she's like, bitch, you think I'm gonna kill myself?
Yeah.
But she bust some caps in his ass.
Yeah, that was great. No, that was awesome.
Yeah, so she had to take out. She actually battled Corey and Michael. So that's what I mean. We finally got the showdown between Michael and Laurie once again, but we got it in a way that we didn't see coming.
Yeah, it was epic.
Dude, even the most hardcore fans that read all the spoilers, all the hints, they didn't see this coming.
No.
This wasn't something you could just Google and read like hints about. I read about it. I saw hints about Corey, but I didn't know it was going to be this way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like directly Michael versus Laurie right away.
No.
We eventually got there, but it was like
it was the end of the film.
But they took us there through a different storyline, and I thought it was very creative.
I thought it was too, yeah.
And Andy Matichak in this film was fucking amazing.
Yes.
I thought she was so cool.
Me too.
She works at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, like Jimmy from Part 2.
Yeah.
And Bud.
Yeah.
And there's no titty hot tub scene, but
no.
It's still pretty cool. It's still pretty cool. But so it's kind of cool that they kept the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital thing around.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that too.
Yeah, and she was dating Corey, and they kind of bonded over, like,
their shared trauma.
Yeah, like, I've been through shit, you've been through shit, let's bang.
Yeah,
and
sort of.
It was pretty cool, but I liked Andy Matichak. She played, like, it showed the whole, like, downward spiral that she was going through, and she was kind of rougher in this movie. She was more gothed out a little bit. She had the black fingernails.
Yeah.
She was more rock and roll in this movie.
Yeah.
I definitely liked that character a lot in this movie.
Yeah, me too. I loved at the end when Laurie and Michael were battling it out, and you really think for just a second, spoiler, that she is gonna die. She's like, he's almost got her, and then all the events from the previous like films are like playing in her head. Or we see it as it's playing in her head, and then at this last second, Allison comes in and saves her grandmother. So it was just a perfect ending for me. I personally didn't want Laurie to die, or I wouldn't have minded if Michael lived.
I thought they might battle to a draw or something like that, but and then the way they took him out at the end, he's definitely
he's gone.
He's definitely gone. They Jesus.
They saw trapped his ass.
Dude, I want to play a game.
Yeah. No, it was so good. I'm so happy they decided to go with it the way they did. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love the character of Laurie Strode. She is my final girl. Will forever always be my number one final girl. And I thought that this David Gordon Green trilogy was beautifully done. It's amazing. I have nothing bad to say about all three of these films. I think we're two of the only people I've seen that actually loved every single one.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think that's really special. And it was everything we wanted it to be. And I'm glad that it was a little bit different. So, yeah, I loved it.
I don't have any dislikes.
I don't have any dislikes either.
Except that I didn't see any of this coming.
Yeah.
So, like,
that maybe your dislike is that it was a little different from what you imagined?
Dude, it was basically, the first half of the movie was basically opposite from what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I could see all the haters hating this, and because this movie is so easy to pick apart and hate.
Yeah, true.
But you know what? If you look at the storyline, if you look at what happened, if you look at the subject matter, it's exactly what Dr. Loomis was talking about in 1978.
True.
He's like, we're not dealing with a man, we're dealing with evil.
Yep.
We're dealing with pure evil.
Yep.
The darkest eyes, the blackest eyes. He doesn't die like a man dies. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel like this whole movie is what Dr. Loomis warned us about.
Yeah.
Did you get
agree.
that?
Yeah,
this whole
I think
thing is
so
what
too.
Dr. Loomis was trying to explain. And that's how I took the movie. This whole thing, in a way, is like Loomis's warning being shown to us.
Yeah, I think so too. And I know we usually go to dislikes and say we had certain things we disliked about it.
I'll leave that to the haters on Facebook.
I was going to say, I don't have anything to say. I can't even remember what I said about Halloween Kills last year when we did a review. If I said I disliked anything about that, I don't really remember that I did. But I have no dislikes, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on to the final thoughts, and I'm going to give Halloween Ends a 10 out of 10. It was everything I love, everything I wanted. I give Halloween 2018 a 10 out of 10, Halloween Kills a 10 out of 10, and Halloween Ends a 10 out of 10. I think last year I gave Halloween Kills a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, but I give it a 10 out of 10, so yeah.
Yeah, so a total score of 30.
Yeah.
I like that. I think, and I'll agree, I'll give it a 10 too.
Good.
I thought this trilogy was everything I wanted it to be. This final installment, it was not predictable. It was different, but it still worked. It was still a great story.
Yeah.
And it was, like I said, it was exactly what it showed the aftermath of Kills.
Yeah.
And you get half Corey. The next half of the movie, you get half Michael.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want more Michael, go back to Kills.
Yeah, or 18, yeah.
Yeah, or if you want the classic storyline, go back to 18.
Yeah,
but you
and
know what?
1978, yeah.
I think if you want what Dr. Loomis was talking about, just the story of evil, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, watch this movie.
Watch this, yeah.
Because it's basically what happened to Corey is exactly what happened to Michael. And when they ripped the mask off and he was like, Michael? And when he was that 6-year-old boy?
Yeah.
It's basically like that story being retold. And I thought it was so well done. I give it a 10. But I know the haters are going to hate.
And that's okay if you don't like it.
You know people are going to pick this apart.
I know, but that's okay.
They're going to pick
it's not
this
going to
apart.
be for everybody. Just like we didn't really like Smile or whatever, most people did. So
you're comparing this to that?
No, I'm just saying it's recently came out. Most people liked it. We really didn't.
Well,
so
it's kind of like The Ring, you know, when she fell in the well.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Michael fell in the sewer.
He's trying to be like Pennywise.
Yeah, he's in the... Hey!
He's like, get out of my sewer!
He's in a Georgia. He's like, hey, Corey.
Yeah.
You want to come down here?
No, but it was so awesome. But like I said, it's totally cool. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But we loved it, and we love to hear you guys' opinions. Please comment down below. Let us know what you thought of Halloween Ends. Like this video, hit the bell, subscribe to our channel for more awesome horror content and reviews. Happy Halloween, guys. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we hope to see you guys again soon.
Thanks for watching. And subscribe. Watch this movie. Let us know what you think. We love all of you.
Yeah. Mwah.
Peace out.